everyone, and welcome back to Vinto's Vault. But you're saying welcome back, but you've not been here before. I have been here as a guest, but not as like a creator. So thank you very much, Andy, for giving me the opportunity and the platform to put some of my videos and some ideas here, just with the likes of so many retro goodness going on with Retrochat Podcast. And of course, you can follow Retrochat Podcast on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitch. First time doing it, so I have to make a note here in case you're seeing what I'm looking at. So just type in Retrochat Podcast for any of those channels. If you want to follow us on Twitter, it's Retrochat Pod. And of course, if you're listening on the audio feed, which I think this will be on the audio feed, and if not, then it's on the YouTube channel, and it's Retrochat Podcast UK for the YouTube channel. So what am I here to talk about? Obviously, I want to cover something retro, and I watched a film last night, which I haven't watched for a while, so I thought I would give my thoughts on it. And it's Terminator 2 I decided to watch my first ever 4K. So this is the 4K version of it. Now, it appears in this nice little box, which not little box, but this big box, which I will show you here. I got this shortly after Christmas from Amazon, and I believe it was $49.99. Whenever I checked last night, the price had rocketed up to $59.99. And this is the box here. So if this is in the audio feed, head over to Retrochat Podcast UK on YouTube, just so you can see what I'm actually showing you. So this is the box that it comes in. The reason why it comes in this big box is because it contains the vinyl. I love collecting vinyl soundtracks, and this was one of my favorite movies ever, still in my top 10 of all time. It's just, even watching it, it's hard to believe that it was out in the July 31st, 1991, and cost $100 million to make. So it's coming up to its 32-year anniversary, and it just, with the 4K, it still looks, fair enough, a couple of the special effects look a bit ropey, but compared to some of the other ones, say like the Scorpion King, God, you would have thought it was made yesterday. So this here comes with original soundtrack on vinyl, and for some reason, and I don't know why, but you get this exclusive 12-inch lenticular picture, which is the exact same as what the front of the box looks like. The only gripe I have about this is that on the back of it, you have this like card thing, but I had to tape it on because the tape is at the top where you have to open it to get at the goodness. So yeah, I just thought I would treat myself to this because I wanted to see what 4K looked like. And whenever you got this vinyl, so you have two sides of it. So you have this side here, which it obviously shows you the same picture that was on the front of the box, but then you have the classic photo of Arnie on the motorbike with the shotgun in hand and the sunglasses, looking cool as anything. That's obviously what the original soundtrack I think looked like, so that's why they were doing the flip fold. You get two vinyls with it. Inside it you have a very minimal art and stuff. It's just like a couple of stills from the movie, like Arnie and Edward Furlong, who sadly you don't hear much of these days. Arnie with the big, it seems to be the majority of the heroes. Oh no, there is one there, Robert Patrick. Then the actual vinyl, if I can get that out, you have Terminator 2, Judgment Day in red. One side you have Arnie, and then I think the other side, you have John Connor and the Terminator there. Obviously they're both the same color, so I'm just trying to show you guys. We'll do that after. So this is kind of the color that it comes on, so it's almost like a metallic silver, which is, I think, meant to look like what the T-1000 looked like whenever he melts, because you can kind of see some bubble effects on it where it looks like he's melted. So that's what that's meant to look like, which is pretty cool. I always like whenever they do something, like whenever they make a vinyl a different color instead of just black. Fair enough getting some of them now. I was trying to get the soundtrack for Coco on Mondo, sold out within a couple of minutes, and now people are selling for 135 quid on eBay, which is a joke. So yeah, the 4K then comes inside. It's just like a bit of cardboard with this here inside it. You get 3 discs with it, and then you get some cool artwork underneath it. So with the first one, with the 4K, you get Robert Patrick aka the T1000 with the second disc. You tell I'm good at doing this. You get Arnie, and then the third one you probably get John Connor. Yep. So you get 3 discs. One's the 4K, one's the Blu-ray or Blu-ray 3D, and the other one is the special features. Special features, I watched the T2 Reprogramming the Terminator documentary, and has interviews with James Cameron, who was obviously the director, Arnold Schwarzenegger, who's obviously the T800, Edward Furlong, and some more. It lasts for about an hour. You have some other commentaries and things like that on it as well. You've got the extended special edition version, which is 156 minutes. So I didn't actually watch that one because I wanted to watch it in 4K, and you didn't have that option there on it. But this, like I say, this movie is still just one of the greatest movies I think ever. I think this is wherever Terminator reaches pinnacle. I remember watching the third one, and whenever Arnie says talk to the hand, I was like, oh, what have you done? What have you done to this? But yeah, I mean, it says here, the Daily Mirror said the greatest action blockbuster of all time, 5 stars. I would give it 5 out of 5. To me, it's pretty flawless. Obviously the vinyl, listen to the soundtrack, is, every time I see his name, it's Brad Fiedel, but I keep thinking it's Brad Friedel. But it's not a goalkeeper who used to play for Blackburn Rovers, so that's where that goes out the window. But yeah, so obviously, if you haven't seen Terminator 2, I would highly recommend it. The special effects are still as good. Fair enough, a couple of them look a bit ropey. There's one in particular where they've built a robot version of Arnie whenever he's getting shot at, and it just looks very, very ropey. I think I said ropey quite a few times, so I have. But yeah, apart from that, the storyline is excellent. The acting is terrific. You know, I think Arnie got paid something like 150,000 for each word he said, because he didn't say an awful lot of words, something like that anyway. But he got paid a lot of money for not saying an awful lot. But you don't really need him to say an awful lot with that. And Linda Hamilton as Sarah Connor. I think she wanted to act crazy in it, and she does a stellar job of that as well. But yeah, Terminator 2 really does belong to your collection. If you can pick it up in 4K and you do want to watch it in 4K, it really does hold up. How they're able to make a 32-year-old movie look like it was just brought out yesterday is beyond me, and it just looks absolutely incredible. So yeah, so that's my review of the Terminator 2 Judgment Day 4K, I'll say premium box. And like I say, you can get that from Amazon for like $59.99, or you can just hold off and wait and see if it drops down in price. So yes, I will be popping up on the Retrochat Podcast UK YouTube channel every so often with a couple of new ideas that I want to kind of try with the channel. I don't want to give anything away because I don't know what order I'm going to do them in, or whether I'm just going to do them as and when, whether it's going to be like an 80s movie review, whether it's going to be a look at vinyl, whether it's going to be look at, say, the vinyl and the movie, or something like that. So I do have a few ideas planned. So hopefully you'll stick around and make sure you subscribe to the channel. Like, leave a comment down below. What's your favorite moment of Terminator 2? Obviously, if you're listening to this on the audio podcast with the likes of Apple, make sure to leave us a 5-star review. Send us a screenshot of it, you know, like on our social media. All the links will be in the description as well. So if you're unsure, just make sure to click on that, and we will look forward to welcoming you into the Retrochat Podcast family. So yes, thank you very much again, Andy, for allowing me to do this. Hopefully this will be something that you've enjoyed watching, because I just have no idea what I'm doing. So I just wanted to get this done and get this up, and enjoy the time of recording, enjoy the WWE Royal Rumble, and look forward to seeing who wins that. So thanks very much for watching, and until next time.